Hi, this is Alley Cat from Alley Cat's Crafts. I'm here to bring you an alteration from the Farmhouse Florals, August 2025. And this is what you get in the kit. In the kit, you get 9 cards with 9 envelopes. See that right there? You get little pieces here. And as you can see on my table, I have some of them laid out. There's one, there's another one. I'm trying to get down to the last of my pieces to finish my card. You get 3 of these little purses, 3 of these typewriters, then you get the images right there, and you get 3 cards with card bases and 3 just plain backs that look like, so you can see that's it, but there's some they're just plain backs, okay? You get a little bit of twine, some flowers, all kinds of fun stuff, and these dies that you buy separately that you can use. So today I am going to do something different. I decided that I wanted to do an envelope junk journal. So I'm going to show you how to make it. Once you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy. And I prepared quite a bit, so it won't take as long because it would normally take about an hour and a half. So I'm going to put it down to maybe 40 minutes, hopefully. So you're going to grab 3 envelopes, okay? Anything you want. And the first thing you do is you look at your envelope and you find a little flap there. So you're going to glue each one of these together like this. Boom, boom, and boom. So I will do that so you can get an idea. So I put the glue right here on the flap. Okay, then I'll bring my envelope up to the flap, leaving a tiny space. You don't need a whole lot because you want to make it, you want to be able to fold up your, fold it up and you glue it down. Then you're going to do the next one. I like to fold it so I can see where it goes. And I'm going to put some glue on it again. Same thing, glue the whole flap. Now this time, because this is going to be the flap that closes, you want to take your envelope and you want to give a little space like that. See that little space? So take a look. Here's where it folds. And you're going to bring that in. So you're going to set it down on your table, making sure you have a space. Get it nice and even because you don't want it uneven. Try and get it even. It's hard when I hold it up. So I want to take and just put it on there, leaving a little space. Can't get on there even. Okay, there and there, just like that. Okay, so when it folds up, see this little bitty space right there? You want that space there. Glue it down. So what you're going to have is going to go like this. Boom, boom, and then that's your flap. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. Doesn't matter what kind of envelopes. I chose the blue because I thought it'd be cute. You can use plain white ones and totally decorate them. The next step, what you want to do, is I want to put these little books in the middle here. Okay, so I take some regular copy paper because it fits perfect with this, and I cut it down to 5.5. And I use 4 sheets. I'm going to cut it down to 5.5. The next thing you're going to do is you have 2 books that's going to go in here now. You're going to, well, actually this is 1. You're going to fold it, do this, and fold it in half. Okay? So now you have a little book. As you can see, I have one right here. So we're going to move on to the one that I've prepped now. This will be another one for later. And I'm going to put this book right inside here. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to sew in your book. It's not hard. And I did one already to save time. The second one, I'm going to show you what to do. Okay? So, I'm going to pull this up so you can see it. This is just the stuff that I'm going to put inside of it so you'll know. And you're going to get, it's called a book binding kit. And in that kit, you will have some twine that has wax on it, a poker, you'll have needles, and scissors and a ruler so that you could measure. I don't need all that because I've done it for so long. I know exactly what to do. So this is what you do is you grab your little book. It's going to go right in here just like this. So remember how I left just a tiny bit of a space right there? That's allowing for the book. So now you're going to grab your book and you're going to place it in your book right here. Even it out. Turn it over. Find the middle of your signature and then you're going to find the middle here, but make sure you have it even, okay? Normally I would measure it, but I think, oops, let's not do that. Don't move it around. I think it's easier because I'm just going to do it really quick. So I'm going to put this back in here, find the middle here, and poke it through. And make sure everything's lined up. Okay, everything looks pretty good there. Okay, and then I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to go to this end. I'm going to do the same thing. Poke it in just like this. Okay, with a nice hole. And the last one right here. Just do the best you can. And I'm going to keep that one in there. Then I'm going to grab some of the twine. And what I want to do, so I know how much to do, is I'm going to measure 3 times, like 1, 2, and 3. Okay? With a little extra. Thread your needle. And how you do this, I'm telling you, it's really easy. You go from the inside down through the middle hole and out. Okay? Then you're going to go, so you have one here, and then you're going to go up to this one. You're going to go from the outside into the middle hole. Get your papers there. You have to kind of put it down and work at it a little bit. Stick it in that little hole. And I left that there so that I won't lose my spot. There's a reason for that. So stick it in here. Okay. Then you're going to grab your needle. And it's not very sharp, trust me. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pull out this little spot. And notice how easy it's going to go in there. And just stick your needle through there. Okay, the next step. So you went down first. Then you went through there. Back up in the top. Then you're going to go over. And then you're going to go back through that middle spot again. Okay. That's your little needle. Sometimes it's better just to lift it up like that and look. Okay. So now you have that done. You're going to pull your needle off. And you're going to put 1 string on each side. So it'll look like this. I'll go down closer so you can kind of see. So you're going to have 1 on each side. Okay. Pull it tight. And you're going to tie a knot. Go over and under. And then do the opposite on the other side. Over and under. And you have a signature in a paper. You just made a book. It's that easy. So what I have right here. So I remember I did all 3 of those like I showed you on the other one. So it opens and opens. Here's a book. And here's a pocket. And remember the envelope. See, that serves as a pocket. You have another book. And you have a pocket. So you have a total. So you got 4 sheets of paper. Double in half. That's 8. So that's like, and double sides. So 8 times 4 is what? 28, I think. So you have 28 pages of paper. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to close up my book and say, well, I want to put something here. And I've decided to pull in, let me pull back a little bit so you can see better, this. And this is out of the kit, and I'm going to glue it straight on here. So now I'm decorating it. So I'm going to put this right on here. I prepared a lot and figured out everything so that we wouldn't have to spend so much time. So I'm going to glue that on there. So this is the front of the book. Isn't that cute? And I used I'm using the pieces from the kit. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to hold it down to make sure it sticks really good. So now you have this flap here. What do you want to do on that? Well, I'm going to bring another piece in. I'm going to bring this piece in. And I'm going to glue that straight down. Now, if I had more time, I'd ink around the edges. But that's okay. This is a really quick book. I just want to show you what you could do with your kit besides making cards. Just something else. So that's going to glue right there. So look at how cute that is. So your book closed like this. You can have that front page. Then you see this one. And it's going to open up. And you have a little pocket here. And here's your book here. And then you're going to open it up again. And here's another page. So this is what I thought I would do with this. Is I have these cute little flowers. I'm going to decorate this. I had die cut these out a long time ago. And inked them. And just threw them in a drawer and going, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I thought I would bring those back in. And this is what junk journal is about, is that you find what you have and you stick it in there. It doesn't have to totally match. That's why it's called junk journal. It's a lot of recycling and reusing and using up what you have. So you look through your stuff and you say, oh, I have this. I'm going to add this to my junk journal. So look at how cute that looks. Just added a lot to that page. Looks like a little garden, huh? So there's my garden. So now I have this page. What am I going to do on this page? Oh, look at this envelope piece. Let me think about that. Maybe I could glue it right there. Stick it right here like this. That's kind of cute. I think I'll do that. So I'm going to glue this down next. And if you just find stuff that you have that you're thinking, I'm not doing anything with that. Oh, that'll look really cute. And you end up with the cutest thing. So here's the envelope. So I'm using quite a bit out of this kit, right? So let's go back. Okay, so you have this one. I'm using this. I'm using the part of the envelope. Found something else to put that page. Now I have this one to decorate. What am I going to do here? I don't know. I made this handmade paper. Maybe I should consider that. I'll cut it down. Now, another thing about this is you don't have to do a lot of measuring. You just do this. Watch, I'll grab my pencil out. Because it's junk journal, it doesn't have to be totally perfect. So I'll cut right there. So I'll put this in my paper cutter. And I'll match it up about right there. And I will now glue that down. Like so. Okay. Put that right there, even it all out so it looks really nice. So now that page is decorated. Pretty neat, huh? So we're getting through this pretty quick. There's that, there's that one. Open up right here. There's that part, there's that one. Okay. So let's see. Okay, this goes like this. Gotta make sure you close it up the right way. That one goes down first, then that one. And then this. That's the closure. So this book is looking pretty good, huh? So what should I do on the back? I didn't plan that one out. Let me look around and see what I have. I just look around, see what I have on my table. I have some green paper. Do I want that? No. But look what I found, some stickers. That's pretty cool. That might look nice. Let's go back to the inside here and see what I could do in here. I don't know. I do like this flower. That looks cute there. Okay. It's like a little something there. Oh, look, some little white flowers. Maybe I'll throw these little white flowers down here. Wow. See how it's coming together? It's not hard. And it's just do whatever you want to do. I think I'll leave that one alone for now. Oh, look. This needs something here, I think. So let's put a couple of these bigger flowers here. There's one there. Put one right here. And one right here. That looks cute. Still haven't done the back, which that's okay. So I brought this piece of paper in because what I want to do is I want to put this flower right here for my closure. So I brought in this piece of paper for an old paper pumpkin kit, and I'm going to glue it right there. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a little glue right here. Because I want, see this envelope by itself is very thin. So I want to make it so that I could put a, see this little thing right here? It's a brad. I want to be able to put the brad through there. So I figured if I did this, this would give me, okay, so I'm going to glue it down. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim it. So now I've made that flap thicker so that my brad will not, get messed up and fall out or rip. So I want to make it, give it a little bit of extra, not texture, what's the word I'm looking for? Extra stability. So I'll trim that down. Okay. So now it's a little bit thicker, which will be nice. So let's stick that right there and that like that. Close that one up and close that one up. There we go. So let's talk about embellishments. So I went through my stash and I got a whole bunch of fun things out. And this is what I did. And I haven't really totally decided on stuff. I just had fun searching. And I just pulled out a container of stuff. And I had some previously cut things. So I have I have a couple containers of this. A bunch of flowers. So I went through to save some time and just grab some stuff out. Grab some butterflies, some flowers. So here's another butterfly. Throw that on the table. And just grab out a bunch of stuff in here. Here's another butterfly. So I just grabbed stuff out of here that I thought would look good. I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet. But I just had fun. So the reason I didn't decorate this yet, because I thought I'd put some butterflies on here. So like here I have this little butterfly. Doesn't that look cute? So I'll just glue a little butterfly right there. Okay. Well, here's a blue butterfly. This one's kind of nice. Has multicolors. Now let's put one of those over there too. So let's put one right there. So now we're decorating the first page. Okay. And I think I just want to put all butterflies on this page. I don't know why. It just feels like there should be butterflies here. Very happy page. It's kind of neat, kind of different. So I'm just looking through my butterflies. What color do I want? Oh, I don't have this color. That's another one. See, I used to do a lot of junk journaling. I haven't really done too much. I made one for my grandson a couple weeks ago. And it was a junk journal that I had been wanting to make him because he loves to draw. He's 8 years old. He'll always be 8 years old in a couple days. And he gets tablets of paper and just has fun drawing. And I think that's really neat. So here's my butterflies. Aren't they cute? So let's go to the next page. What should I put on this one? I think I will do flowers on this one. So I'm going to look at all my flowers. And I think this purple one's kind of cute. So I'll put a purple flower right here. And here's an orange one that looks nice. Maybe I'll stick it right here. Okay. And let's see what else. What else do I have? There's a yellow one to go with. See, I'm going with the colors that are in this picture, which is nice. And there's like that's the purple. That one matches better. Let's see what else. Okay. Looking around. Oh, and I did die cut some flowers. I did a pink one. Remember this little die cut I cut out? I'll put that one maybe right there. So this one looks pretty good. You could add more to it. You know, that's what's nice about this. Just whatever you want. It's your book. You know, if you're making it for a friend, you keep in mind what you think they would like. That's important. So I'm just going around just adding flowers. I think that's pretty good right there. I'll probably come back to the page, but for now, I'm happy with that. So we have that page is done, and this one looks like it's pretty good. Well, let's throw a couple butterflies on this one. Well, let's put a couple butterflies on this one, because this is kind of cute. We'll put one of those ones, and how about this cute little butterfly? And that will finish up that page. I don't know, might come back, you just don't know. This one looks pretty good. I could probably put a butterfly on there. I'll put a butterfly right there. So now we're just decorating and embellishing it, making it look pretty, and just having fun now. This is the fun part. Okay, so now I've got that done. Okay, so now we have pretty much most of it done. That's why I said this is going to be a fast one because I did prep on purpose. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to look at your pages. Do you want to decorate those pages or just leave them blank for the person? Any of these little strings that are hanging here. You could do many things with it. You could hang charms off of it. You could do anything off of these. If you wanted to do a charm, let me go get a charm real quick and I can show you what to do. So this is a jar that I have of different charms that I could use. So I could look here and say, okay, what do I want? Well, because I'm doing flowers, I could grab one of these flowers out and use that as one of my charms. So I think I could either go with this one or this one. This one seems to match really nice. So what I'll do is I will go to the end of my little string here, and this is just one of many things. You could put little metal charms on there, whatever you want. You just kind of figure out where you want it and then tie it on. Okay, just like this. And that's the cute, oh my goodness, that charm looks so cute. Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't see me tie it on. But look when it's closed up, look at that. Look at that little charm hanging down. That is really cute. So that's one thing you could do. Okay. There's other things you could do. You can make bookmarks. Let me go get that bookmark that I made a couple of videos ago. So you could take, and in your thing, you could put a bookmark. So you have ribbons sticking out. Isn't that cute? So you could do bookmarks in there. And I think I just might leave that bookmark in there. And this has a lot of the paper in there. So this book is coming together really good. So the next thing you want to do is, I'm going to go back to those stickers. And you know your little book here, I'll set this aside for now. You know your little book here? You could take and put a sticker on your first page of a flower. Okay? On the first page of your book. So let's go to this book page and let's put these flowers up here. Okay, see, it's coming together pretty good. It's a very fun, exciting thing to make. I love doing junk journals. So now we have that in our book. And let's put this back in there. So there's other charms in here. I'll show you. So there's this. You can hang that off. So what we could do, this is what I would like to do, I think. I will take and just cut this string a little bit shorter. So when they have one charm, we'll go back to the other book. And I think I'm going to hang, actually I want to hang this one. Let me get it out really quick. One different color, here it is, this one right here. So it's a little bit different, so it kind of matches that right there. So I'll grab my little charm and I will put it on here like this. Measure where I want it. I think I want it about right there. And then I will tie it on. And you could put metal charms. You could, anything you want on here. That's what's amazing is that this is your book, your creation. If you have a certain friend in mind that you want to give it to, make it to what they would like. You know, so if you have a friend that likes cats or flowers. So look, let me show you. Close it up. That way and that way, that way. And look, see how it's coming together, how pretty that is? Charms hanging off. I love junk journals. So look, we're starting to come along. So now I have these stickers that I get from when I used to do planners. So what do I want to put in here? So let's look at the stickers. And that's what's really cool is you could do anything. I keep saying you could do anything. And that's what makes this a cool project. I'm going to open up my stickers, take a look and see what I have here. Let's see. I have hello. Oh, hello's a cute thing to do. So we could put hello. Let's see. Let's do hello girl. And I think we could put it like right here. Hello. and then girl. Let's stick that like right down here maybe. You know, that's not stuck down all the way. I could do hello girl up here. Kind of like that. See? And there's a little heart right here for the girl. So hello girl. That's kind of cute, huh? Okay, and here's a little diamond. Throw a little diamond out here. We're decorating our book now. This is really coming together nicely. And before you start decorating, it's best just to kind of figure out what you want to do, or bring a bunch of stuff in and then you can figure it out as you go along. So I have these 2 pages done. I have some cute little things here. I also have planner stickers, and you can get these anywhere. And you could go through this page and I'll open up a page and say, okay, what do I want to put on this page? Don't quit your dream. That looks like a good something to put on there. So I'm going to put this right here in the bottom corner. Don't quit your dream. Just add little stickers here and there, and it just kind of makes it fun for the people. You could do yay, or you could do good things are going to happen, or a year from now, your wish will be true to yourself, be kind. Hey, your blessings with thankfulness. Just like all kinds of stuff. Sparkle Shine. I like that one. So put Sparkle Shine up there. So we got a few stickers on that page. Now let's go to the next book. What do we want to put in here? Let's open up a page. Doesn't matter. Just a random page. Let's see. Be kind. Be kind. Work hard. Stay humble. Smile often. Be loyal. Betterest. Travel. Well, be honest. Travel light. Keep learning. Give grace. Be grateful. Love big. So I like that one. And that'll probably take up a whole page. Let me get it off of here. And this is a clear sticker, which makes it really pretty. Oh, you know what? I think that would look good on the back. Oh, yes. There we go. That's a good back page. See? So let's find something else. Let's see. Always humble and kind. Always be humble and kind. I like that one. Let's stick this on our page. Always be humble and kind. So, and you can go on and on. I'm just showing you different ideas. So the next thing what you want to do is you want to put little goodies in these pockets. Remember there's pockets right here? So I pulled out a few things. Like here's a notepad, a heart notepad. I can put that right in there for my friend. So when they get this, they'll have a little notepad in there. And then I found these little stickers. I mean, not stickers, stamps. She might like them. So I'll stick that in this pocket. So you pull out your little pocket and you put it in there. So it's starting to get full. So take a look. See how it's starting to get nice and full? Isn't that cute? This is going to be a cute junk journal. So I have one more pocket to fill. What am I going to put in here? Oh, well, I have a whole bunch of these little washi tape things. I could fill it up with those. So let's put some sunflowers in there. And they can make cards with them or do whatever they want. There's some more of those flowers. And there's some more of different ones. The purple ones. I love these ones. We could have glued some of these flowers in here too if we wanted. Like I could take and put something up there. But I want them to have it. I want my friend to have this. I think she would really like to have this. So I filled up the pocket. So it looks like they have lots of fun goodies. So now we need to do our closing clasp. That's the one that's going to take a little bit of time. But it's not too bad. Okay? So let me find it. Where did I put it? I just had it a second ago. Here it is. So I found this little flower. And then I got one of these. Oh, my mind went crazy what it was. It's a brad. And I stuck it through there so that it could open up. Now I secured this so that it's nice. So what I want to do is I want to poke it through here. Poke my brad in there. Oh, you know what? I'll use my poker. I almost forgot. That's why I have it. So I'll poke the little hole there. And my brad will fit right in there. And then I take and I will go like that. Okay, so now it's secure. So the next thing what you want to do is, because you did that, you're going to grab your circle punch. Whoops, I messed with my thing, sorry. My light is plugged in. So I'm going to grab my 1-inch circle punch. See, it's 1 1 1/4, sorry. And I'm going to glue that right there so you won't even know that that's there. And it won't grab hold of anything. So I'm going to glue this right over there. Cover up the brad, because you don't want that seen. There. So it looks like it's a part of what it's supposed to be. So I'll hold it down real good and just hold it right there. Okay. So there's our closure. A little heart. Oh, I love this one. This turned out really good. So now I found some dyed, just not ribbon, it's like fabric, like binding type stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around the flower. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to bring it around the back of the book. And then I'm going to bring it back again. And this is my closure. I'm going to wrap it one way. No, actually, I don't need to. I think what I'll do, is I will take it and wrap it this way and then tie a cute bow. Okay, so then I'll take and just go like this and just put a little bow here. Don't want to go too high up. I want to be able to see it. I'll make my little bow. Like, can't see it very good from my position that I'm looking at through the camera. I'm not looking through the camera, but I'm looking from way up high. So there. Here's my little bow. And this is, I think it was beet dye, because I did a lot of dyeing. I can't remember what I used. So here's our book. Look at this. Isn't this adorable? The back has a nice little, and then you're taking it go like this with your bow. Open it and then pull it off so your book doesn't come open, and it's attached to the book. Then you open it up, and here's the front page. Here's this one. Open it up, and here's your book here. Okay, and then you have goodies in each one of these pockets for the person. This is a good gift for someone too. And I have stickers throughout here, different things, and some more goodies for them. Of course, they have their stamps right there. But another thing you do, I'm going to point out to you. Oh, and I'll put the bookmark right there, so they have a bookmark. And you never know, they might want this little piece of paper. So let's just put this in this pocket. That could be a gift too, because they might find something they want to do with that. So another thing what you do is you could get your stamps, okay, from the kit. And I've done, and you can stamp the pages. Now that's pretty cool. So I'm going to grab scratch piece of paper, okay, and I'm going to stick it right here, and I'll go in my ink, tap, 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 and put a flower there, and then maybe I'll put one over here, okay, and I'll go to the other book, and I'll do the same thing. Okay, gotta be careful I don't get that in the ink though. Put one right there. Okay, so now I'm done with that color. You want to do different colors. You don't want to do the same. So I'm going to put that one away. And I think I will get the green out and do some little bushes. Now, these are the stamps that I already had out from my last card that I made. And cards before that. I kind of leave them out when I'm doing stuff. So I think I want to have some cute little greenery, maybe right here. Let's do it on this side of the page this time. So I gotta watch that because it's everywhere. So I'll do some greenery right there. way. Let's put something back here in the back. See, I put the paper down so I don't get it all over the place. There's a whole reasoning for that. Just stick it in there. Now, before you bind it, if you want to go through and do this first, you can. You know, I like to kind of see where I am, what I'm doing before I start stamping. I usually do the stamping kind of last, but sometimes I'll do it. I'll just do the whole thing and then I can just bind it and be done. But I wanted you to see how this is done. So I did some of the tough stuff first. So here we go. I'm going to close my ink. I'll clean my stamp in a minute. So let's look at it from the beginning and see what we have. So we have our little closure. You're going to go back through here. Of course, you know what to do. Then you're going to tie a bow. So when you're going to open it up, you're going to check it out. And notice how you can't see that brad right there. It's all covered up. That's the whole idea of that. So you have your first page. Then you have your second page. And it says, hello, girl. And all your little stickers. Then you have your pocket with your little notepad in there. Then you have your first little book. And they could write notes in here. They could do anything they want. Okay? You have a pocket with your stamps. Here's some more. Another book here to do whatever I want. Here's a bookmark. Some more little, just stuff that you can make cards with. And then it closes up. And you close it up. And you have your cute little things. Oh, and there's a bookmark back here. Forgot about that. So this is what I made with the kit this time. So I just think this is really cute. I just felt like I wanted to show you this. You can make it. It's pretty cool. It's just one of my passions that I used to do it. I don't really do it too much, but every once in a while I get a bug and I'm going, oh, I got to do this. So that's that. And I'm going to show you one other junk journal that I just recently did for a friend. Hold on one second. She likes sunflowers. I still haven't decorated the front, but what I did was I took cereal box, cut it out, made it there. So then I take and I put envelopes. This is I put old newspaper articles. I put everything. I did stenciling. I did coffee dyeing. And some more splatters paints. And then I picked up the paper. And I'd take old articles. So take a look at this. You know how old that is? I find old magazines. Isn't that cool? It's just the neatest thing. That's what I like about it. And then this one is tea-dyed paper. And I took an envelope, and there's pockets. I still have to load all the pockets, and I still have to finish doing some stuff. But I got a lot done. I take coloring book pages, and yellow pages, and calendars, and here's some more, the other side of the yellow page, and stenciling, and just find paper. And there's some more, that's coffee-dyed paper. And then here's some more articles and more coffee dyed and tea dyed and just an old magazine. And just go through. And then I found this. I thought this was kind of cute. I don't know who it is. It just came out of a magazine. It just said, oh, happy day. So that's a junk journal made literally. This is fabric. And then this is the cardboard. And it's a really cool binding, because it's floating. So I have 3 signatures that I sewed together and made this book. So I just wanted to show you that. And this is what I was doing, but in a simpler venue type thing. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and my little mini junk journal made out of envelopes. Have a great day. Bye.